Welcome back, guys, to Metaphor ReFantazio, where last episode, climbing out of the depths of the ancient Elden Sanctum to capture and confront the assassin, we came across Zorba, who, having overheard what was going on with us, attempted to finish the job by summoning a familiar foe, Homo Gorlio, to take us down, with the Prince Archetype surging forth to lay the human low. We then set out for Grand Trad to face Luis once again, reading the last chapter of Moore's book before chatting with him in academia, as yet more factions move their plans on elsewhere, and we now arrive at our destination.
Come on, any takers? Any bets for the other candidates? Remember, if Luis loses, a silver coin could turn into mountains of reef.
What are you trying to say? You think Count Luis is going to lose?
Oh no, of course not. I'm just saying.
I'll call that bet. All in on His Highness the Prince.
A Sanctus bigwig gambling away his tithes? This really is the end of the world. Didn't know his esteemed princeliness had any supporters left.
I mean, he's not really the prince, is he? Was actually a monster in disguise all along. Haven't you heard the news? The times we live in, I'll tell you.
Must be tough, being an easy mark. It didn't take much for you to buy everything Luis was selling about the prince. The fireworks went off the moment he said, "Behold." Remember? You don't think there's any chance Luis orchestrated the entire thing?
Oi, churchman! You saying Count Luis lied to us? You think he cast some big illusion?
An illusion, eh? What if I said it's a power more dangerous than that? Always struck me as odd. We all know Luis, the mighty human slayer, but how does he keep finding the things one after another? Seems a bit convenient, if you ask me. Like he knows in advance where these monsters will appear to cause havoc.
Easy to nitpick and gripe about him, isn't it, churchman? Maybe someone needs to shut you up.
All right. Let's keep things civil, eh? No sense becoming a monster yourself.
Oi! What's all this fuss about?
Damn it! When Count Luis is king, you'll all be the first at the gallows. You'll die just like Forden.
Well, they're probably just as anxious as the rest of us. All that yelling and thrashing helps fight it off. Humans have been sighted near the capital, after all.
It's more than that. Pockets of society have resented the upper class for ages now, but this might be the spark that lights the kindling. Luis's respect for power is certainly cruel, but it's fair to an extent. Those of us pushing the status quo have always struggled to understand the appeal.
Even then, everyone's on edge. They'll jump at any excuse to argue and snarl at each other. Never seen it this bad. Not normal, I say.
Blind fanaticism and doom go hand in hand. If we don't find some common ground soon, it'll collapse beneath us. Luis left saying that he'd be waiting at the royal capital. Only one place he could be. All eyes are on his Skyrunner as it rises to the flying palace. What are we about to see?
Ah, the royal palace. It's been a while. Do you hear me, O king? Stubborn and deathless? This country is distorted. You and the other titled authorities decide who grows fat and who is devoured. The country knows no war only because our very core is built upon a system of societal predator and prey. It cannot be defied from within. That is peace, but not order. Hand over the royal scepter. The game is over. The country needs change, and I will provide it.
Thou impertinent faith-breaker, hast thou no shame in preempting the day of judgment?
Do you presume yourself a god? Is that why you wrought your face in stone and took it to the heavens? You're nothing! Just an ordinary, broken old man.
How wouldst thou wield the king's magic? To what end?
To purify all that your kind have left to rot. You threw away your ideals, but I will never make that mistake.
Only the people's chosen may take the throne. The royal scepter and its resting place remain beyond you.
This royal scepter, the royal magic. Did you think that only generations of kings were aware of their secrets? Why someone can manipulate world-changing power by use of only a single scepter? Why only those supported by the people can use it? Listen well, O king. The truth behind the royal magic. Huh. So it's true. The country truly is putrid with sin. In other words, if I took hold of it now, then I would have the power to change the world itself.
How didst thou learn of this?
How?
Thou wert elder.
You were not always blind to this country's rot. When you visited our sanctum, I saw and knew the passion in your heart. And yet, what happened to our village? What happened to this country?
Oh.
You cannot stop me any longer. Nor can anyone else. Save one lone possibility.
Snatching victory from the maw of catastrophe, the party descends again on the royal capital, Grand Trad. But they are greeted only by ominous skies. Their return hardly counts as a triumph, considering how they departed. Anticipating conflict, the Gauntlet Runner comes to a quiet stop.
What the hell's wrong with the sky?
Isn't that... Oi! That monster boy's come back! Ah, that's why the sky's grown so hellish. The half-dead bastard returns with his head held high.
A more aggressive welcome than I expected. Would any introductions help them to understand?
It's useless. Words are cheap. Still, we should walk with pride instead of trying to keep our heads down.
True enough.
His Royal Highness, the Prince, returns! Luis distorted his form through strange and terrible magics, but the curse is now dispelled. His true form has been restored!
Oi, if that's really His Highness, then tell us why in His Majesty in the sky stop all this bloodshed?
'Cause he's an imposter! Just like Count Luis said! You'll not fool us again, beast!
Oi, calm down. At least listen. And you! Never thought I'd see one of the Magnus brothers standing against Count Luis, even the thick one. He took in a Paripus like you, and you spit on him. Scum! Only thing traitors deserve is a tight rope and a stiff beam. And you want us to support the prince?
Lady Juna, I can't believe this! I admired you! Why would you risk dying alongside some fake prince? I don't intend on dying with anyone. Besides, I'm still me, whoever I'm standing with.
Hey, you chief! Weren't you the wretch who got kicked out of the knighthood? Now you're with this pack of throne chasers. Shame. Shame! Mustari girl! You ungrateful pagan! Count Luis brought down the Sanctus Church for you! How dare you strike out at him? They're all traitors, I say!
What is all this? The truth of the prince hardly matters to them. Every one of them's only concerned with their own emotions, and nothing else.
We'll have your heads on pike soon enough. Leave! Get out of our royal capital!
If they're just monsters, we can deal with them ourselves. How about it?
This is bad. They really are out for our blood. Has everyone gone insane?
Oi! Over here! Don't bother with them! No talking this one out. You need to run! Now!
We weren't away from the city that long. What happened? Why are all the people so bloodthirsty now?
The prince turning into a monster before their eyes still lingers in their minds. After all, a monster entered into their society disguised as a person.
No, that's not...
I know, it's not true. But truth and how it appears to the citizens are different beasts. Moreover, humans have been sighted closer than ever before. The royal capital's populace is unused to danger, so they've become suspicious of each other. How fares your neighbor? Do you run in circles with monsters in disguise? Are questions on the tip of every tongue. Ever since Forden's death, Luis has everyone on a knife edge. He's erratic, and nobody knows how he'll react to those who defy him if push comes to shove.
So, at the core of it, people are scared witless, and they cling to Luis as a savior, rather than the devil he is.
You well know that Luis cares not one whit about social status, especially as a token of birthright. No amount of wealth or standing can buy his protection. So even those who may have opposed him at first now counsel that condemning him would be imprudent, as it puts their safety at risk.
Then we're stuffed. He won't save anyone, and oh yeah, he can create humans, by the way.
Oh, that's all true then. I have my suspicions, but it's still a bit of a jolt. This all said, in my humble opinion, what we're seeing in the people now has been in the works for some time. Now, has the tournament for the throne truly ever been a fair contest? The Sanctus Church bent it to its whim, and I abetted that. To my shame. Before I met you people, I didn't have much to me but anger and quips. I'd rant and snipe and have my cynical little discourse, but I'd only looked to others for change. Now maybe that outlook's our real enemy. Blind fanaticism, like I had. Even if there's no malice to it, it's a dangerous thing. Hard to think clear when your mind's a muddy stream.
We've been told Magla is born from people's anxiety. Perhaps the proof is now before our eyes.
Kind of ironic. But we have to do something about it. If we don't, they'll never listen. We'll only ever be seen as an enemy.
I had the inn prepared. They won't let anyone in but you lot. Let's head there for now, shall we?
Eurus is heading back to the Gauntlet Runner. It seems like the city has calmed down at least a tiny bit. Apart from all the red swirling stuff. They'd have a hard time wrecking our Gauntlet Runner, but we still shouldn't chance it. We should make our way over to the Hushed Honeybee. Everyone else has already gone ahead.
What now?
Hey, did you force my... Yeah, you did. They very much equipped it. Should I just use items to get the last bit of Soul Hacker completed then at this rate? Because at the very least I should go to skill inheritance, because it seems to be along the line of the Seeker line. So having some abilities would probably be a good thing to have. I think we could all agree. What else do I have on? I don't necessarily need Medica because someone else has it at the moment. I've got no spells. But I could go with really good spell. Big, big bang. Does that make sense?
All right.
But by the looks of it, I could probably go through a lot of things and see even bigger spell now. So maybe I should have a look at that too. Because 2 new abilities have come out, and one of them we can't do because we need Assassin, which is the Warlock, which would have Mudodyne for a heavy magic dark damage. Including Makana Break, which would be amazing because we just don't have any way to deal with that when it's going on. Hyper, which greatly increases caster's magic attack damage once per battle. So our alternate, well, our spellcasting version of that. Magic Reversion recovers MP after defeating an enemy, and Magic Vessel raises MP by 30%, supposedly. As well as being able to do, like, Child of Death. Extreme magic dark damage to one enemy. Or along this line where we could get the better versions of our spells. Heavy magic fire damage. Blizzardon and Candion. I could learn those instead of going with what I've got currently. In Overworld combat, recovers MP each time an enemy is stunned or defeated. You're telling me. Magic Link halves MP cost of synthesis. Only applies to synthesis to consume MP. And there's Magic Boost as well if you want to increase your magic power even more. That put me to 88. Imagine if he had built strength this entire time. Well, I'm not feeling too shortchanged because I was doing 4k damage. I was like, okay, it's clearly better. That's fine then. But I should probably learn that and learn the first 6 skills. Would make some sense at this point.
I see. Fascinating.
The Elemental Master. This is the archetype you sense from Gallica's way of life. Its heroic embodiment is that of the elite scholar. A sorcerer who binds the most powerful magics to their control to unveil the secrets of the elements themselves. 16,500 meg! Farewell, my meg.
I'm counting on you.
That's the power I seek.
Of course.
And so be it. By shared resolve and honored creed, take new form as an elite mage. I hear the voices of past heroes' souls, O worthy heart who tempers anxiety into strength exalted. If thou art prepared to pursue knowledge that surpasses the natural logic of the world, I shall bestow upon thee our soul, the soul of the mage.
Really?
This is the power of the Elemental Master's soul. The magic in me feels as though it's overflowing. I shall continue to brave the path forward for all those who suffer in this land.
Oh.
Well, I see the number of archetypes you studied has grown. I'm very pleased. My own research is coming along quite nicely thanks to you. It's not much, but please take this as a token of my thanks. 4 Heroes Leaf of Light.
I found new power.
Alright, I guess I'm not switching right now. I've got this Orichalcum Saber on. But I got Wind God's Gale from the last fight I fought, which is actually worse than the Orichalcum Saber I have. Well, it does increase wind attack strength, but still. Shame. Does this actually have a weakness to it? It might still be fire, to be honest. But then if you get resist all anyway, life would be pretty good. Guess I'd have to remove the fire to finally really find out. Okay, so a lot of things we've unlocked here. Elemental Master.
New skills, new possibilities.
There's Blizzardon. Have to go up a little bit. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 4 we just got.
I found new power.
And there's Candion. So now I have heavy spell damage of every variety. It's not bad, not bad. I kind of want to finish off Soul Hacker though. Let's see how much putting one into... Maybe I want to switch back for a little bit, I don't know. It barely moved. It barely moved. Yes, Botana takes 3,600 to inherit. And Kandera to Candion another 3,600. Go with a couple of spells at this point in time. That's not bad. Though I did use a lot of stuff there. Oh, what's going on around here? The memorandum melancholized red skies. Well, you could kind of very much tell that that was what was going on. The rise in numerous outbreaks of humans have induced such anxiety in the people that their resulting magma seeps into the atmosphere, causing the sky to enter a state of magical disarray. The turbulent weather exacerbates people's anxiety, which in turn causes inclement weather with an ominously coloured, overcast sky hidden by unique magma-laden clouds that are distinct from typical bad weather. It's absurd. What can I even do? One guard can't hold back a riot. Right, Your Highness? Prince, that's what you are, aren't you? And you're responsible for this too. It's not me that should be up in those blasted gallows. You should be putting this country back to its right senses, you hear me? So irreverent. Did they execute the executioner? It's too late to help these victims. Now's the age of power. It is time for the righteous to serve up a reckoning. This dead man is only the beginning. Those accursed nobles holding the money that's rightfully ours. Their very existence is a sin. Drag every last one of them out here, I say. Yeah, kill all the nobles. Okay, it's a noble. That's fine then. Oh no, that's the executioner. Nothing left to say, poxy swine. That's what you get for selling out your own tribesfolk. Okay. There's the executioner. Even with the city in such a state, this man refuses to budge. I feel like I've seen more and more like him too. What a mess, to be honest. I have to understand how he feels. This town's complete chaos. Sometimes even I want to just give up on everything. Do you think those guys could turn human? Do you think they'd be really easy to push?
No, where was I?
We got taken away from more a second ago, which seemed a bit mean. What is Olizandri's rank with you for? Is 6. And my lovely crown is nice and spiky. Ah! Petting him is soothing in and of itself, indeed. I'm able to forget the hustle of the outside world, even if for a moment. Now this has new stuff on it. A magic formula apparently written by the king. It's entitled The Royal Magic, but it's written in a language from the old world and I can't read it. A mysterious name is written at the end. The true seeker, Olizandri.
That reminds me.
Oh, you figured out that the parts we can't read are written in old world language, right? Were you able to find anything else?
The truth of the matter is...
Somewhat, yes. However, it raises more question than it provides answers. What do you mean? It's all names. The parts written in the old world language aren't part of the spell at all. It's a list of countless names.
Not quite.
And again, perhaps that's the type of spell it is to begin with.
No way!
Really? Kind of creepy if you ask me. Whose names are they anyway? I can't make heads or tails of all the secret and royal magic business. Perhaps the royal magic isn't the kind of spell we've assumed it is. A floating palace, the way the spell reads the hearts of the people and protects candidates from assassination. Perhaps there are deeper truths beyond the magic's individual aspects. The former king's greatest wish was to guide the kingdom to reform. I assume what's written there is the crux of his endeavors to that end.
That's right.
I'm not confident in my ability to decipher any further meaning from it. When or if you recall anything, I would appreciate if you'd examine the scroll for me again. And now I'm assuming this is available. This is like research documents about the Prince archetype. From time immemorial, there have been heroes who were born into greatness rather than achieving it solely by their deeds. The one who embodies the virtue of all heroes, standing magnanimously above them. There is no need to name him, for he has been called this since antiquity. Prince. Does this archetype truly exist? What powers does it hold? Whatever truths are behind this mystic force have been lost to time. Much will be expected of this royal hero. He must protect the people's livelihoods and the safety of the country with his life. This cannot be accomplished alone. True strength comes from knowing one's allies well enough to combine their strengths in battle. Let no prince forget this truth.
Incredible.
So this archetype can use almighty attacks and wield a wide variety of weapons and magic. It also pairs well with the other archetypes, use a wide range of synthesis attacks. Yes, it was a blessing.
I've been waiting.
I've been waiting, Will. There's something I wanted to point out to you. You've awakened the Prince archetype. The power within your way of life has influenced even your allies, and now signs of a power beyond imagination present themselves. It is the power of a true hero, one who shares and supports the perspective of the sovereign, such as a royal archetype. I hope you'll let me witness his power come to fruition. Royal Archetypes. In response to the protagonist's true awakening, his allies can now study royal archetypes. The requirements for royal archetypes are difficult, but they are powerful archetypes unique to each ally.
I've been waiting.
Right then. Let's see what they be. For the question in the gallery there, I have not equipped you for as the thingy summoner, whatever it's called again, I can't remember now. Devil summoner, because I don't have that many skills for it yet. So I was just like, I'd rather have a fuller set and then just pass the experience on versus things of life. Simply put, I need to get some more goodies. Now, meanwhile, does it cost to... Oh my god, it costs to get them up? Eesh. Royal Warrior needs Samurai level 20, which is very close, but it also obviously needs this. Because it's question mark, question mark, question mark. That has Vorpal Blade, extreme physical slash damage to all enemies, decreases their attack for 3 turns. Not bad. Unwavering Blade increases caster's hit evasion by 3 ranks for 3 turns. It's what you kind of have on the previous ability. Concentrate. Martial Law for increased basic attack power by 50%. You learn Brave Blade, heavy physical slash damage to one enemy with a high crit rate. Nice. Slash Surge increases slash attack by 30%. Hassle Toby deals weak physical slash damage to all enemies 8 times. And Noble Warrior's Soul. If wielder defeats an enemy with a physical attack, no turn icon is lost. That means we've got a couple of others who can obviously go to their thing. Elemental Master 15! What? What? I've got Paladin 20. I've got Dark Knight 15. But I need Elemental Master 15? I've got, what is it? Wizard 10. So that has Holy Knight's Proclamation. Instant recovery ensures status elements are automatically cured in 1 turn. The Thunderstrike Thrust and Mad Rush. You get Omni Guard, raises a barrier that nullifies 1 non-almighty attack for 1 ally. We've got Pierce Surge, increases Pierce attack by 30%. Omni Counter has a 50% chance of repelling non-almighty damage total. And Noble Knight's Soul adds 1 turn icon the turn after a proclamation skill is used. Oh, nice. Very nice. Ultimate Guard as well raises a barrier that nullifies 1 non-almighty attack for all allies. Peerless Sanctity 2. Severe physical light damage to all enemies and debilitate. Same with Peerless Shadow. But it costs 3. It costs 3. Didn't we already know that from the second class? Oh, we knew that we needed to get, like, Wizard 10 to get to Dark Knight, but we didn't, you know, no clue wanted to get even further than that. Evheen, welcome to the channel there. Thank you for the follow. Meanwhile, what? Royal Thief is here. He needs Ninja 20, which we're very close to. Great. But it also obviously needs Magic Knight 10. No. It needs Sniper, which needs Magic Knight. Okay. Probably needs that. What else does it need? Maybe this? Maybe this? God, who knows at the moment. It's something we haven't got after all, so... Could be the Berserker's up, it could be this, it could be... Or it could be... It could be this. My god. And that's all we've got of that at the moment. We can still see what people can get, of course, so that's not bad to check out now that we're here. Which does look like it's seeing us out for a session, to be totally honest with you. That looks cool, though. Adamant Nightblade, heavy physical dark damage to one enemy to increase their hit evasion. So it's just still skills we've had before. Third Eye, when attacked, halves attacking enemy's hit rate. Just normally. That sounds great. That's like our level 20 skill, isn't it? Plunder, high chance of stealing a rare item from one enemy. Higher agility equals higher success rate. Better than steal. Haste Law greatly increases wielder's hit evasion at the start of battle. Plasma Nightblade, heavy physical slash damage to all enemies may one-hit kill targets, and Noble's Thief's Soul depletes all of an enemy's turn icons if their attack is dodged. That's really nice. Oh my god, let's keep looking. So you need Persona Master at 20 and Trickster at 20. Okay, yours is actually kind of far off. But not as far off as some of the others, to be totally honest. You get the Rune's Flamethrower with the Decarja kind of effect. You get the dances that you've already got, and then you get Magic Surge, increases magic skill attack by 25%. And Noble Dancer's Soul prevents turn icon when an enemy is defeated using fire, ice, electric, wind, light, dark, or almighty magic. And you get Masquerade Charge and Dance Macabre. High chance of one-hit killing all enemies. You need Devil Summoner and Soul Hacker at 20. Okay, you're halfway on this side and you haven't even started Devil Summoner yet. There better be some dungeons with some crazy AA spirits coming up. Because I'm not reaching any of these Royal Archetypes without grinding, and we don't really grind on stream. Summon Undead King. Dragon God, Kishin, and Deity. Summoned Fairy modified. High chance for inflicting frostbite. Heavy magic ice damage to all enemies. Harvest God revives any allies from KO and restores all to full HP. Summon Dragon God modified. Deals extreme magic fire damage to all enemies and decreases their attack defense for 3 turns. A Noble Summoner's Soul, if wielded, defeats an enemy of summoning magic, no turn icon is lost. Extreme magic strike damage. Kind of crazy. Who else do we have? Basilio. Oh god, he needs martial artist. Okay, he obviously needs his own, which he's going, but this is the route we have to take you. We have to take you to here, which is why, of course, I didn't change you or anything. I didn't know what to be at. But you need to go through 3 whole tiers of martial artist. So you get Wanton Destruction that inflicts a one-time... Oh, that's amazing. Extreme physical strike damage to one enemy. To then hit him again and get it again. Charge for the big attack up. Stormbreaker Axe, also with a debuff removing. Medium physical electric damage to one enemy. But, you know, hit to weakness plus debuff remove. Health Vessel raises max HP by 30%. Peerless Warcry decreases attack defense for all enemies by 2 ranks for 3 turns. Systematic Destruction deals extreme physical strike damage to one enemy, ignores resistances. Cool. Increases strike attack by 30%, and if wielder lands a critical hit with physical attack, no turn icon is lost. Deadly Eraser. Deals severe physical or mighty damage to one enemy, removes status, repels, and strength buff effects on the target. What? This is stupid. Can't be reflected because it's almighty anyway. Bonkers. Is the game long enough for me to get any of these at this point in time?
Well.
Such confidence. Yes, I dare say that expression suits you. In this world of chaos, I know that many have already lost their way, lost sight of themselves. Here you carry onward, gently you take their hands and lead them. That kindness is your greatest strength. Do my words sound strange? I only aim to thank you in advance. A new future awaits, one I cannot predict.
You have my deepest
Gone above and
gratitude.
beyond my hopes, not only as a colleague in my studies, but as a friend. Thank you. Really, what I've just learned is that I should not have spent anything getting those spells.
Oh. You'll come again, won't you?
And I should have spent it on the others. Well, I feel like we can continue around town a little bit. Nope, this isn't the time for detours. We gotta go to the honeybee first, because I think this is the end of a session and end of an episode, because as soon as I step in there, things are gonna go on. What the hell, vile human prince? Man, Luis has really got everyone riled up, but that's fine, right? What's important is we don't break over this. Yeesh.
This is all right.
Yeesh indeed. Every bloke on the block's gone crazy. Is this Luis's fault, or is it yours? Nah, it doesn't matter. People are fighting each other on their own. Total rubbish, a lot of them. Fighting in a city that's pouring up as it is, stealing from each other. What's the point? Doesn't seem to be anyone else to speak to on the way.
Smash it all to bits. Let's move.
We've cleared everyone out. Let us hurry inside. So, with the hushed honeybee waiting for me to step inside, I think it's best off I finish here before getting swept into a ton more cutscenes, which we'll be able to start next session or next episode. But for a session, we have become a prince, regained my true self, as it were, gained the prince archetype as well as a variety of others, reached level 5 in every level before we even tried to trounce Luis. I say try because, of course, it was all just a plot and a ploy by him anyway. And now we are not far off clearing all of this because Gallica's reached rank 8. We've got multiple other rank 8s today. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 7 rank 8s, haven't we? At this point in time. Alonso, Katharina. We've got 1, 2, 3, We've already got 2 items for him to give in, so we're ready to build up the bond with Neurus. But that's 6. Of course, Basilio's the one we got to do. 11. 15. 15 more bonding events to go. Surely nothing that can be really gating them off us at this point in time. Well, there we have it. The question is how much time is actually left with the game, because it still seems like the king up there was like there's a time element going on here. And it's a while to go before here. So whatever happens next to us... Oh, it's Idol's Day. Let me back on the Gauntlet Runner. I need to take my poo. Why would you do this to me? Why won't you let me take my poo? Well, I guess that's just the way it is. I'm just going to be backed up now. Got a whole new body. I've got 2 bowels worth. Oh, yeah, he was dead for a bit. He probably voided in the meantime. But still, there we go. Another session complete. Join me next time for more as we delve deeper into the story. Now that the prince is here. Until then, I say, bye-bye.